Hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. If you've not been here before, please like, share, and subscribe and join my little coven that I've got going on here. And if you have not checked out my tarot channel, where most of y'all know me from, this is not my main channel. I'm not a noob. Got 30,000 little witchlings over on my Southern Strega tarot page. That can attest to that. But yeah, go follow me over there so you can watch me flex on this deck that I'm about to unbox for you today. I am doing a 25 days of tarot over there on that channel for the holiday season. Every day I've been coming to this little new channel that I just started this month and unboxing the deck that I'm using that day. Today we got a weird one. I'm not seeing anyone use this yet on YouTube, so probably a lot of you haven't seen this one. It is definitely a unique deck. Very artsy. It's mostly black and white with a little bit of red on it. Anyways, it's called the Gorgons Tarot by Dolores Fitchy. I found this at my local witch shop. I've never seen it anywhere else. It's a weird deck, all right? I'm just going to let you know it is circular. Check it out. Crazy, right? All right, let me read you what it says on the back here. First of all, Gorgons. Your girl Medusa was a Gorgon, her and her two sisters. Medusa was actually the only one that was mortal, like she's the only one that could be killed. They're old, like primordial gods. They're like the family tree of, Greek mythology. Medusa and the Gorgons, those monsters, they're like up there. Like their mom and dad are like the son and daughter, I want to say, of like Mother Earth and shit. Like they're like ancient, all right? She's ancient, old Medusa. Anyways, she's also a sister to the Graiae. The Gorgons were sisters or cousins. I think sisters to the Graiae, the Grey Witches. They shared one tooth and one eye. Yeah, look them up. They're kind of crazy. Anyways, let's read the back. It says the Gorgons Tarot, a round, mostly black and white deck with two lurking splashes of color. There's only two splashes of color in the whole deck, okay? The Gorgons Tarot is an innovative and inspired way to read the tarot. With Dolores Fitchy's discreet, tongue-in-cheek humor, it's also engaging and fun to read. The traditional 78-card deck is complemented by an additional major arcanum card called the Blind Gorgon. This card can be used in the reading as a wild card, as what some tarot authors call the significator, or as a general atmosphere-setting concept. Unabashedly feminine and a restrained paean of praise to the animal kingdom, it features a largely female cast, lots of animal companions, commentators, bodyguards, and familiars, and a mixed bag of traditional and not so traditional imagery, with traces of unorthodoxy here and there. It is suitable for both beginners and experienced readers, and ideal for those who enjoy images with more than one meaning. That would be your girl. If you guys haven't seen my tarot channel, I read art on my channel. I use a shit ton of decks on there. I'm not going to tell you, they don't want, oh, someone wants to talk to you. No, I'm going to tell you what they want to say and what kind of communication it's going to be. Anyone who can make up their own stories by simply looking at the images. All you need is an uninhibited imagination. That would be me. Like Willy Wonka in this bitch. Look at me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Anyways, I love this box. I'm obsessed with it. Also, it matches my outfit today. Hey, I didn't even mean for that to happen, but I wear black every day. So yeah, it's got the cover here. It's got the Blind Gorgon on the front. That is the special card that is in here. And it opens like a book. It is very, it can fit in your like a bookshelf. It's got really cool symbols on the side that I love. Very high quality. And it's even got the little thing on there. All right, and then there's like inside story here. It talks about Dolores Fitchy. Let's talk about her. Dolores, aka the Gorgon, or Gorgs for short, was born in Spain at a time when the country was straddling a no man's land between the late Middle Ages and recalcitrant proto-modernity. In due course, she emigrated, traveled for a while, and ended up putting down roots in London. To this day, she is not sure why she picked London, or allowed herself to sprout roots for that matter. She lives there with an exasperating chronic illness, two temperamental computers, the numerous creatures that emanate from them, more books than she has shelves for, and interesting wildlife in her garden. She is devoted to her graphics and the few notions and principles that have survived a lifelong habit of reconsidering, adjusting, readjusting, and pruning the garden of her intellectual life. She loves animals, art, flamenco music, good ideas, and the few friends that linger linger in her ecosystem. Now, she sounds a lot like me. I also think like she's very snarky, and I'm into that. She's just like a good little sense of humor on her. She's not taking it too seriously. She gives me, I feel the same vibe, like the energy that I get this deck is the same I get from the Gory Tarot. If you haven't seen the unboxing for the Gory Tarot, that is the weirdest deck that I own for sure. It's only like 22 cards, but it's so goddamn bizarre. I love it. Like they tell you to stand in the middle of the room with your eyes closed and just throw the cards up in the air and then just pick 5. He's mocking like how serious people teach, like take tarot. I always tell people at the end of the day, it's just cards, you know, you don't like bet your life on it or anything. Like some people really take this shit serious, man. They've been coming for me in my comments lately. I've been hitting nerves with people, I think. Anyways, let's take a look at the guidebook. Cool size guidebook. Little fat short one. Extensive. I love extensive guidebooks. And I also love it when authors actually take the damn time to write new meanings to the cards. Most tarot decks do not do that. Okay, here we have a little intro. What is this? A word on leopards. Is this little leopard guy right here? Random. Well, one leopard actually, it says, in my world, his full name is Olufemi Mubarak, and he comes from Nigeria. His head appears in several cards as a side and very occasionally snide commentator to whatever is going on in the narrative. I found the original version of him way back in a book of African and Caribbean proverbs and witty aphorisms. It was one of the many graphics that peppered the book. I did some work on the original, and he's been working with us ever since. He is one of the most beloved characters, or her most beloved characters. His wit is on the mordant side, and his integrity above suspicion. He's as tough as old boots and as cunning as, well, a leopard. He can be stern, but he's never gratuitously cruel and never spiteful. All right, so cool. You can like, it's kind of like a Where's Waldo thing with that. So you just look for the little leopard and see what he's giving to the card. I love shit like that. I want that energy. I want new ways to look at these cards and new ways to look at the energy. Then she gives some acknowledgement because there's a couple things that are like she couldn't find the copyright owner. Let's see, bits and bobs about the deck and reading round cards. She said it was never conceived as a tool for predicting tall, dark strangers or to map mystical trails to salvation. Yes, I preach on my channel, stop just reading love readings. Like, I'm a really good love reader. You know, probably one of the best on YouTube, to keep it real. Your girl's Italian. It's in my blood. But, like, God, I'm so tired of talking about your ex. Like, move on. You need to ask the tarot why you want to know about your ex. Okay? Get to the root of the problem. Not just the, treat the illness, not the symptom. Anyways, it says, so yeah, it's not meant to go, talk shit about your ex-boyfriend here. It's fundamentally a graphic project that she embarked upon out of simple urge to do so. She just wanted to please herself. She wasn't very good at graphics. She started learning it with this deck. She liked the black and white because it didn't detract from the symbolism. She didn't want people to get too confused with color symbolism. She says, if using an oblong deck, I no longer bother with upright versus reverse positions. She says she knows when a card is upright and not to be on its head, but this deck being round, I would refer to the reader the guidelines offered by other round decks. If upside down, the meaning is reversed or sometimes just released or unlocked. If tilted to the right, the energy or the drive is perhaps a little overstrained or forced. If it's to the left, the influence or process is not quite complete yet. Well, that's interesting. It's kind of like a dial. I don't have a round deck, so I've never used a round deck. This is the only round deck that I have, but I didn't know that. So it's kind of like a volume dial. So if the card, like say we have this one, well, that's a blind Gorgon. That's not a good one. So if we have like the world card, if it's reversed, if it's upside down like that, if the, top is facing 6 o'clock, then that's reversed. But if it's just like tilted this way, that means that energy is like ramped up or being over exaggerated. If it's tilted to the left, the cycle hasn't completely completed, but it's like in process. So that's interesting. That gives me like another depth to the reading. I kind of like that. That's cool. Let's see here. What else do we got? Then she talks about the major arcana. Oh wait, let's skip this part. She's got this blind Gorgon. That's that wild card. That's this one right here. It says the blind Gorgon. It's not numbered. It says obscured by the sun. Behold, gentle folks, a pale and blind Gorgon, Varda. Varda, her miffed poor old eek. She hunted for knowledge blithely, head on, because she was willful and curious indeed. She now roams forlornly, her bulky domains guided by instinct, by fluke, and by runes, and a pithy terrier who with her remains, her shoulders protected by a passion moon. It says this is the story of Uriel, the Gorgon, the far roaming, the wanderer. Uriel, I think, was one of the actual Gorgons. I think that was Medusa's sister, one of the immortal ones. It says that she defied the gods and went her sweet way in her quest for knowledge and truth. She examined the obvious, the banal, and the unquestioned with a forensic eye and prodded the unseen with sharp stick. She looked outwards into the world of received opinion and inwards into the bottomless pits of her own soul, and she found as much treasure as she found dread. And the more she knew, the more she understood how little she knew. That's like high priestess energy. And so she kept going until she came upon a brick wall of glut. And then there she reflected that, on occasion, knowing so very much is just like being blind. I get that. Like, God, I was like, say I have too many fucking choices. It's like when I turn on Netflix and I want to watch a movie, I just quit because there's too many goddamn choices that I can't see the light and pick one. So I feel that energy very much. I like that. I feel like we're very overstimulated and very inundated with too much these days. Now she's off on a sabbatical, and although she still roves the wide worlds and the tranquil arid deserts, she looks inside at her huge repository of facts and fictions and tries to make sense of it all, to find a coherent pattern to what momentarily looked like demented filigree. Her fires are behind her, but not too far behind. She can always reach for them when the chill of loneliness gets into her bones. The bones of her own mistakes travel with her, a salutary reminder of the hazards and hubris of vanity. Her heart remains pure but thorny, true to its nature. Her strong, tenacious, familiar will never desert her, nor will her passion. Her astute little rat whispers sweet nothings in her ear and sings her love songs. This card does not advocate that you renounce the pursuit of knowledge. It's to the contrary. It merely informs that there's a flip side to the pursuit, a prize to be paid. Loneliness and possibly ostracism and even excommunication from polite society are regular currencies. In a reading, this card may be a warning to you to think twice before embarking on a quest. Is that the way that you want to go? Is that the right moment to go? Are your boats seaworthy? Ignorance is never bliss, but knowledge at the wrong time can turn out to be grand waste of time and energies both. Don't forget that there are some things that are quite simply either not worth knowing, celebrity gossips, etc., or that are best kept under temporary wraps. That's that moon energy from the Hoodoo Tarot. You talk about that there's a reason that you like hide things away because they're important. That's why you put, like, you know, jewels in a safe or treasure in a vault. Some things you can't unsee, so you don't need to know them. Anyways, let's do a flip through the deck. It is a big deck. It is a heavy deck. I don't know how I'm going to shuffle this deck. Honestly, I have tiny hands. Look. It's the size of my face. Anyways, all right, let's take a look at these. Oh my God, these are beautiful. Ace of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. 3. I cannot wait to get into these. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Prince, which is the page. Oh no, it says page. My bad. Knight. Queen. Oh my God, she's beautiful. King. These would make great tattoos, by the way. Ace. 2 of Cups. I like that she went with the black and white. I think that's smart. The color would have distracted. There's so much more stunning this way. There's the 5. The 6. I love that swirl. 7. Why does that look like the Super Mario question mark? 8. 9. That 8 kind of looked like the star card. 10. Page. This is a very feminine deck, but like a powerful feminine deck, not a florally feminine deck, which I appreciate. Oh my God, that Queen of Cups, I need that tattoo right there. King. See, even the kings are like masculine, and I love it. Or like, but like feminine still. Androgynous. Ace of Swords. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. I like that one. Some of the white cards are very stark as well. Oh yeah, look at that 9 of Swords. That's beautiful. They almost have like a Japanese feel to them. I know they're supposed to be Greek, but they feel very Eastern. That looks like Xena. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. I need to look up so much of this imagery. Oh my God, I love the one-eyed wolf with that. Ace. 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands. Each one of these is like a damn piece of art. I'm obsessed. She put a lot of time into this. A lot. 6. I recommend this already. 7. It's just a piece of art to own, honestly. That's like a spider web, and I love it. 9 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Now we're getting into the major arcana. I'm excited. Oh my God, that's beautiful. She looks like she's in space. The Fool. The Magician. The High Priestess. The Empress. Oh, YouTube censor. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Dun, 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 dun. Justice. So, pause. I'm an 80s baby, all right? I watched Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune almost every day of my youth. And my sister's like 18 months younger than me, but she was like super shy. She's a little Pisces. She was obsessed with Vanna White, and like every night when Wheel of Fortune would come on, she would go and hide in the curtains, and like she would not come out until somebody would say, "Oh, Vanna," and she'd twirl out in her little dress. Wouldn't say anything. She's a weird one. Anyways, whatever. Hangman. Hanged one. I like that. She's so feminist. Into it. Death. Temperance. Ooh, here's one of the splashes of color. Oh my God, that's so, of course, the Devil. Look at that. So striking when that shows up. The Tower. The Star. I don't know who's annoyingly honking their horn outside my door, out my window here. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment. The World. And the Blind Gorgon. So the Death card and the Blind Gorgon are the only 2 cards in the deck that have any color on them. That's interesting. Interesting. I wonder why she chose Death for that. I'm gonna have to ruminate on that one. Anyways, I don't think I looked at what kind of spreads she said to use in here. Let's see here. She didn't really say. She got a big thing about the major arcana, and then she goes through all of them. There's like a little phrase too with all of them, like the Hermit, introspection time, the Wheel of Fortune, that which cannot be bent, bought, or bribed. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like these little sentences that she puts with everything. The Tower, you will never be the same again. That's a great one, because it's true, good or bad. And then she's got the suits. She's also got them broken down by elements. She talks about, you know, fire, Wands, fire, the archetypal world, pure intellect, spirit, inspiration, passion, optimism, primal energy, identity, and growth. She's done a great job going through this. Ooh, she also has the numerology. Oh yeah, she's got the numbers. 1, alpha, the seed, beginnings, singularity, individuality, gifts, reversed, loneliness, isolation, insularity, monologue. 4, stability, enclosing structure, socially acceptable, mode of expression. Oh my God, that's great. For people who don't know numerology and like don't understand like I always tell people when they're learning tarot, if you can get down the basics of like the numbers, you know, like the 1 through 10s and things like that, and like the foundations of what those mean, because you can apply those through all 4 suits and relate things. Or when you see cards come together, I don't know, add them together in the numerology, you can get so many more different reads off of things. She's also got stuff about the court cards. Pages she explains as earth, body, matter, physical instincts, pragmatist, learners, apprentices, beginnings, childhood or early youth, messengers, young students, reflection, study, the quality of the suit in its simplest state. Reversed, unrealistic, narcissism, excessive self-absorption, narrow-mindedness, insularity. She's got all, that's great. She's got the courts broken down. Not a lot of people talk about court cards. Court cards are hard for a lot of people to read. People struggle with those. Let's see, she's got all the explanations. Every single card has its own page of explanation, which is beautiful. I don't think she gives a spread in here. I don't see one at least. No, I don't see a spread. Leopards, acknowledgements, how to read round cards. Nope. So I can make my own up. Well, look at that. Sounds fun. All right, guys. Well, if you want to see what spread I come up with for this one, it's probably not going to be a very big one because these cards are massive. Oh, wait, let me give it a shuffle test for you. But if you do want to see me use these big, awkward cards, I don't know how to shuffle these. I can't, because look, I cannot spread my hands. I can't. All right, that's my only complaint with the deck. It's a tad too big to shuffle. I might just have to give it a little swirl or something. I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm gonna manipulate these cards. They're so big. I feel like I'm just gonna have to I don't know. I feel like I'm shuffling 45s for all my people who know what that is, records. My grandpa's old little 45s. I feel like a stack of these. That's very nostalgic in itself. I love the back though. I give this a 5 out of 5. It's a little awkward to shuffle, but it's stunning. The art is beautiful. A lot of thought put into it. Fun deck. Love her sense of humor. Love the extra explanation that she gives to everything. So yeah, go out and get that. If you're a collector, this is a must-have for a collection. It's a very unique deck. Never seen anything like it. I've never seen anyone commission 78 straight pieces of art they've made by themselves. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. If you want to see me read this big giant Medusa deck, and I'm never going to call it the Gorgons Tarot. I'm always going to say the Medusa Tarot. Even though it's not her, I know. It's her sister. Her sister's probably pissed about that. Their sisters have got to be pissed that Medusa got all the shine. Just saying. Anyways, all right, talk to y'all later. Bye.